Hi, it's Mike Gatteri with MyInsuranceClassroom.com, and we're here today with another Insurance 101, trying to teach you everything insurance related to help you select the right benefits. Today we're going to talk about how to pick the right level of life insurance, what type of life insurance you should have, and how long you should have that life insurance for. So life insurance can be one of the most difficult topics for people to tackle. No one likes to talk about their mortality, no one likes to think about what's going to happen. But unfortunately, life insurance is the one insurance you're guaranteed to use. So how do you know that you have the right amount? You want to make sure you have enough for the people that you're leaving the benefits behind to, but at the same time, you don't want to overpay for it. Well, believe it or not, there's actually a very simple answer to that question. Just use the word life. The L is for your loans. The I is for your income. The F is for your final expense. And the E is for your education. So when it comes to your loans, think of only those things that you would be responsible for upon your passing. So things like your mortgages or your student loans, any credit card debts that are joint with a spouse's name on them. Your income would be something that you'd want to leave behind if you have a spouse who is working age or you have young children at home. Your final expense would be your funeral costs, and your E would be the education of your children should they need to go to college or a trade school. So once you add those numbers up, the next question becomes, well, what type of coverage should you get for that? Well, that also is pretty simple. Your L and your E should be term insurance because at the end of the day, hopefully your loans and the need for college education will go away. So only buy life insurance for that length of time. As an example, if you have a 30-year mortgage, buy a 30-year term policy. If you have a 15-year mortgage, buy a 15-year term policy. Same thing with your education. If you have a 2-year-old child and you want to cover them through undergrad school, you might need a policy for 20 to 22 years. However, if you have a 10-year-old child and you're looking to get them through grad school, it may be a different length of time that you're needing. The I and the F, though, should be permanent products, whether that's whole life or universal life, because you will always need to replace income, you will always need to pay for final expense. Those products should be something that is permanent or whole life, there for your entire length of time. So once we know that we should have some term products for your L and your E, and we should have some permanent products for your I and your F, do we really need to buy insurance for all that amount? And the answer is no. Take out any assets that you've currently accumulated. The cash in the bank, the investments, the 401k, and anything that you have access to, subtract that number from your I and your F. Now, why the I and the F? Well, because whole life is more expensive. So any assets that you have, subtract it from your whole life product, and that's going to make that product that much less expensive. So I know it sounds like a lot, but really it's quite simple. Almost every person out there should have 2 insurance policies. They should have one term product to cover their loans and their education for their children. They should have one permanent product to cover their income replacement and their final expense. Now, if you don't have any loans and there's no college education to worry about, you may not need term insurance. And if you have enough money saved up to cover your income replacement and your funeral, you may not need permanent insurance. And so with just those simple tools at your disposal, you can figure out exactly how much insurance you need, how long you need it for, and be able to find exactly what it's going to cost. I'm Mike Gatteri with MyInsuranceClassroom.com, and remember, there are only benefits if you get something out of it.